Hello people, I am Skylocker, and today I am going to be talking about what abilities and traits I think the hero should have in Star Wars Battlefront 2. In this video, I am only going to do prequel characters from The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and some from the Clone Wars TV show. So, let's get started. Anakin Skywalker. I think that Anakin should have a Force Pull ability that pulls enemies close to him, a heavy strike just like Luke and Vader's in the 2015 Battlefront, and a saber dash like Luke's in the Battlefront from 2015. His trait should be called the Chosen One, and it should make Anakin deal more damage with every single kill he gets. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that Obi-Wan should have a force push like Luke's, a mind trick ability that makes an enemy shoot himself, and the enemy shoots himself automatically. It's not the actual player that has to do it. And a force ability that I can't think of a name for, but it is where he takes an object and throws it at the enemy. I think that Obi-Wan's trait should make him be able to increase the range of his abilities. Padme. I think that Padme should have a pulse cannon ability like Nine Nubs, an ability where she can summon an R5 unit, and an ion cannon ability. I think that her trait should be to buff her allies like Chewbacca's ability. Ahsoka Tano. I think that Ahsoka should have a force push, an ability where she jumps and lands on her enemies, stabbing them with their lightsabers, and a saber dash. I think her trait should allow her to deflect shots for a longer amount of time. Captain Rex. I think that Rex should have a ion shot and power-up ability where he drops in power-up for his allies, and a missile ability. I think his trait should give him more armor and allow him to take more hits when he is at low health. Kit Fisto. I think that Kit Fisto should have a force push, a heavy strike, and a force orb ability where he gives an ally a force orb to protect them similar to a personal shield. I think his trait should allow him to use his force orb on multiple allies at once. Commander Cody. I think that Cody should have an iron grenade, an ability where he makes his allies deal more damage, and a pulse cannon ability. His trait should give his gun more cooling power. Mace Windu. I think that Mace Windu should have a force pull, a heavy strike, and a spin ability where he spins 360 degrees and kills anyone in the way. I know that one's kind of weird, but I couldn't think of anything else. His trait should allow him to jump higher and farther. Yoda. I think that Yoda should have a force push, a saber dash, and a force pull. His trait would make him untouchable and he would dodge every hit. Darth Maul. I think that Darth Maul should have a force push, a heavy strike, and a saber throw. I think that his trait should make his lightsaber swing rate faster. Count Dooku. I think that Dooku should have a force lightning ability, a heavy strike, and a force choke. I think his trait should make him stun enemies with his lightsaber attacks. General Grievous. I think that Grievous should normally have two lightsabers, but have an ability where he pulls out his other two lightsabers for a short amount of time. He would also have a ground stomp ability like Chewbacca's, except to stomp instead of using his hands and smashing the ground. His trait should make him gain more armor to be able to take more damage. Jango Fett. I think that Jango should have an ability where he shoots a grapple hook at an enemy and pulls the enemy to him. I think it's called a grapple hook. A jetpack ability, and a poison dart ability like when he uses one to kill Zam Wesell in Attack of the Clones. I think his trait should make his guns do more damage at longer ranges. Asajj Ventress. I think that Ventress should have a force push, an ability where she puts her lightsabers together into one double-bladed or dual-bladed lightsaber, and a force choke. I think her trait should make her abilities charge faster. Cad Bane. I think that Cad Bane should have a flamethrower, an ability where he can summon Toto 360, and an ability like Greedo's where he can lock onto multiple enemies at once. I think his trait should make Toto 360 gain more health. Pre Vizsla. I think that Pre Vizsla should have a Darksaber ability where he gets to use his Darksaber for a short amount of time, a jetpack, and an ability where he throws thermal detonators. I think his trait should increase his accuracy. Savage Opress. I think that Savage should have an ability where he charges into his enemies, a heavy strike, and a saber throw. I think that his trait should allow him to heal from getting kills. Aurra Sing. I think that she should have an ability where she uses a sniper rifle, an ability where she locks onto her enemies, and an ability where she throws a stick bomb. Her trait should give her faster blaster firing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Goodbye.